You're warmly welcome to Voyager Island by the traditional music of the Voyager. After getting settled in, it's time for some essentials. The first is the proper way to set up your tent. Next up are the pots and pans. They are stackable, so they have to be taken apart for use. We also show you the correct way to light your stove. Next, it's off to the dock for a dry run and paddling lessons. We also show you the correct way to lift your canoe onto your shoulders and to carry it comfortably. The first couple of times may be tricky, but you'll soon become a master at it. It's time to finally get on the water and put your newly learned skills to the test. After zigzagging around for a bit, you'll quickly learn how to navigate your canoe. It won't be long before you master your canoe and your technique. And you will be able to take in the beautiful scenery that is Quetico Park. Paddling off into the sun, you head for your first portage. Portage is the French word for carry. The canoes are made of aluminum, which are very light and are relatively easy to carry on your shoulders. Many of the portage trails are very easy to walk over, but care must be taken as you are carrying a canoe. There are times, however, where you may have to cross a muddy area or a bog. You may get messy, but it is a lot of fun. Keep in mind, teamwork is the key. When you get to camp, it is important to work as a group. If everyone helps, it doesn't take long to set up the tents. Then you can fire up that stove and get some dinner ready. With the long summer night, you still have time to relax or practice that canoe over canoe rescue. You may want to enjoy the night sky. First with the sun setting and watching the moon rise illuminating the whole lake. Some of you might even want to sleep out in hope of seeing the Aurora Borealis, also known as the Northern Lights, something many have never had a chance to see. The next morning gives you an idea of the type of people that traveled in the area as you paddle up to pictographs that can be up to 300 years old. It is suggested that it was Native American shaman or boys on a vision quest that painted them. The material used to paint the pictographs was red ochre, black charcoal, and white bone crushed and then mixed together. There are a lot of rapids in the park due to the flow of water from one lake to another. Too many are too big to navigate, but some will give you the opportunity to challenge yourself. You can paddle through or let yourself go down with the current. The larger falls, well, those are a different story. You have to portage around. Not all portages are the same. Some are flat and rocky. Others have obstacles to cross over. Quetico offers a great opportunity to examine a healthy bog that is not being destroyed like the ones in and around urban areas. They are overlooked as a very important part of every ecosystem. A bog is important for storing and filtering water. Wetlands are essential to the health of our lakes, rivers, and streams. Wetlands play a critical role in the maintenance of our water supply and in cleaning up polluted areas. Then it's time to push through this small beaver dam that helps raise the water so that they can build their huts that can be as much as 6 feet tall. The beaver was so important to the fur trade area, also plays an important role in the changing ecology of the area. With dams that can be as much as 10 feet tall, they create perfect habitat for many species of plants and animals. Birds, like the great blue heron, feed on frogs and insects that live in the beaver's pond. If you got it off to an early start, you get to camp early. Now that you've worked as a team, setting up camp is a breeze. Have some lunch, take a nap on a nice, comfortable rock. There is still a lot of time to do what interests you. You can enjoy some great fishing, maybe get a great fresh fillet for supper, or try and hook the big one. Cool off by taking a swim in a lake so clear you can see the bottom. Take time to go for a hike, pick some sweet wild blueberries for pancakes the next morning. When the groups come out of the park, everyone comes down to the dock to greet you. We start to hear the stories of where you went, what you saw, and the things you experienced. We help you unload. It's time to celebrate the challenges you overcame through the course of the week. You have one last thing to do. Unload all your gear, return the canoes, and gear to the pack house. On the last evening, we have time to discuss your trip and the environment that you experienced. Watch one last sunset, have a traditional ceremony, and enjoy a sauna that sits right on the lake. Before you leave, take out your camera and capture the memories that last a lifetime. We'll all gather on the dock for a big group photo. All good things must come to an end. Now it's time to load up the Montrealer canoes and paddle across the lake one last time.